Nikon Z50, is it still relevant? This Nikon Z50 was released in 2019 and I have been using this camera for the last 10 months. So after the release of Nikon Z50 and many other cameras, how is it holding up? In this video, I'm going to share my thought about this camera and is this camera still relevant? Towards the end of this video, I will also talk about one feature that nobody seems to talk about and the sample of photos taken using this Nikon Z50 as well. So, let's go. If you don't know who I am, my name is G Gunawan, and in this channel I talk about travel and photography. So make sure you subscribe and follow along. So after taking this camera for a spin in real environment, outdoor, indoor, rain or shine for the last 10 months, this is the time to deliver my verdict. Right, I gotta put out a disclaimer here. As part of being one of the Nikon Z creators in Australia, Nikon Australia sent me this camera, and yes, I get to keep this, which is really nice. But Nikon are not in any way giving me direction about what I have to talk about. I have used Nikon since 2004 due to fantastic image quality, vast varieties of lenses, and the ease of use. So how long has it been? 17 years, man, that's a long time. So let's talk about the things that I'd say pretty neutral, whether it's a like or dislike. It is purely depending on your needs. The first one is, it'll be nice to have a camera with a dual memory card slots. I know that this camera is not marketed for professional photographers. However, with what this camera can do, not to spoil anything here, this can easily be the sidekick of any professional cameras. Just like me, I'm traveling with my Z6 and I've got the Z50 all the time. Sometimes if I need 3 cameras, I've got my Z6, I've got my D750 and the Z50. The next thing that is sitting in the border of about like or dislike, you know, that kind of spot there is the flip screen. It is flipping to the bottom of the barrel instead of to the side. Is it because looking at the bottom of the barrel might be better, you reckon? Now let's do the test. Now I'm gonna look to the bottom of the barrel. Now, if I'm talking to a camera like this, does it look engaging? Does it look realistic for you guys? I know I've got small eyes, but let me just open my eyes a little bit more there. There you go, so you can see it more. This is to the bottom of the barrel and this is to the side of the barrel. So tell me, which one do you prefer? Now I'm gonna look straight to the barrel. This is me looking straight to the barrel. Tell me which one works best. Alright, based on the test that you just saw, I personally think that looking at the bottom of the barrels look more like you looking straight to the camera. Therefore, I reckon this setup is better for vlogging using a small tripod like Joby tripod that you can mount on the side. However, if you're vlogging with a bigger tripod that you normally put a camera right in the middle of the center column, then that center column will be in the way of this screen that's flipping down. So not a dislike, not a like, just something that you need to be aware of and consider. Maybe if you like something that have the screen flip to the side instead, consider the ZFC. Now, what I do like, well, number one, as you can see, it is compact and light. Look at this, it fits in my palm. Paired with 16 to 50mm f3.5 to 6.3, this is smaller than the Z5, Z6, Z7, let alone the DSLRs. So compact and elegant, I love this. I don't know, man, I just feel the ergonomic is really good, eh? It feels solid in my palm. After trying some cameras though, some cameras out there you need a bit more effort to grip, or else it feels like the camera is sliding down a little bit from your palm. Hold your urge to give me thumbs down. I'm not asking for brand war here, this is just based on my personal experience, okay? The placement of the buttons makes sense to me. The touchscreen works really well, and despite the size, it feels very, very solid. Don't tell Nikon, but I dropped this camera once. I am the type of photographer that I'm willing to get myself out there to get the tasks done. So being able to shoot whenever regardless of the weather really is an added bonus to me. Number 4 is the video feature. It shoots 4K 30 frames per second, 1080p 120 frames per second in normal speed or slow-mo. Majority of my vlogs over the last months was shot using this Nikon Z50. Nikon Z50 also have 2 user presets that allow you to save your preferred photo and video settings. For example, I shoot my vlogs A-roll in 24 frames per second in 4K, and often I have to shoot B-rolls with 120 frames per second in 1080p. So instead of keep changing the setting from 24 to 120 frames per second from 4K to 1080p, I just simply save the settings on both user 1 and user 2. So those changes could be achieved with just a flick of a button. Yes, less mucking around, and it makes my shooting flow a lot easier. And just to give you an idea, here's the video I shot using this camera on a macro 105mm lens under the rain. Continuing from point number 4, the great video feature making this Nikon Z50 an awesome hybrid. It does photos and videos, one camera does it all without compromising any quality. And number 6, focus peaking. Some people might not need this, but focus peaking is definitely something worth mentioning as the feature of this Nikon Z50. I rely on focus peaking a lot, especially when I'm out there shooting astrophotography at night. Being able to digitally zoom in into that one single star, that really helps me nailing that focus when I'm doing astrophotography at night. Number 7, easy sharing. For a creator like me, being able to share the content quickly can be very important. The Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connectivity makes sharing a breeze. I can literally shoot something, whether that's photos or videos, transfer that into my phone and then post it onto the social medias within minutes. Okay, now I think we're up to number 8, right? There's one feature that I could not find this content in the whole YouTube universe by far, the built-in flash. There you go. Although this might sound like amateur feature to some photographers, this built-in flash opens up a whole new possibilities. Not only to make sure that you're well lit, but you don't need to purchase extra speed light as well. It's really useful when you're starting your photography because photography is expensive, so not having to buy another extra gear and have that built into the camera, this is insane. And not only that as well, I also love the creative aspect out of it. The rear curtain flash is my favorite. I love that, and you can create some photos just like this. If you're starting out with photography, you don't want to spend gazillion of dollars and wanting to dip your toes into Nikon mirrorless system, then this is for you. It's pretty tiny, small, it's got the built-in flash. It will suit majority of the people's need as a starter. It also suits an everyday content creator. It's so easy to vlog around with this camera due to its size. Here's a comparison with my Nikon Z6 setup and the Nikon Z50 setup. Who else do you reckon this camera is built for? I reckon travelers. It's compact, lightweight, weather sealed, so easy and reliable to have it as a travel companion. In fact, this little package makes you having no excuse not to bring this on your adventure. No excuse. Full stop, no excuse. So what's my verdict then? Well, this camera is cheap to run because it's run on SD card rather than XQD or CF Express. This Nikon Z50 is a fantastic camera. It's a great hybrid of photos and videos. So, is this Nikon Z50 still relevant in the current market? Well, this price has come down, but the quality produced by this camera is holding up really well. So it's absolutely relevant 100%. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video and you get good value out of it. Any like or subscribe is really appreciated. That way you're actually helping other people who look for this information to find this content, because YouTube then will push this video to people who's looking for information like this. Chuck a comment down below if you have any questions or to add any point that I might have missed. I will see you in the next video. Keep making this world a better place. Peace.